morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming you this morning to Harmony, Co-Creating Tomorrow 2013. Now, the students of Scottish High International School will present a song applauding the spirit of secularism and upholding the inherent unity of mankind. Please welcome our students with a huge round of applause.
रहीम है तू करीम कृष्ण खुदा हुआ तू करीम कृष्ण खुदा हुआ तू ही वाहे गुरु यीशु मसीह हर नाम में तू समा रहा हर नाम में तू समा रहा.
Good morning, everyone, and a very, very, very special welcome to all the children who are sitting here. Many of you know that tGELF stands for leadership. But leadership has many facets, children. Leadership with ethics is one aspect. But you can be a good person and not help anyone. So therefore, while being a leader and being ethical, you need to be altruistic as well. That means that, okay, I am a good person, but I'll share my goodness with others. There's no harm in doing well, getting a good job, in earning well. But the important thing is, at some stage, to share that. To be able to hold your hand out to somebody who needs help. And you can never be an outstanding leader unless you have that quality. So it's the spirit of service that separates the great leaders from others. So leaders in quotes is a different thing. We can say, okay, we have X in a particular position as a leader. But leader in capital letters has to be somebody who's inspiring and a role model. And I hope from the group of children sitting over here that we have many budding leaders who will lead us to greater success. So teachers, thank you very much for your dedication. I'd like to thank our judges who have made time on a Saturday morning. A big round of applause for them. And most importantly, I'd like to thank Scottish High, because harmony at this level would not be possible without the hospitality extended to us by Scottish High. We have Sudha Goyal, the principal of Scottish High, with us. Thank you once again to everybody. And children, remember, the way to go is to become great leaders. Thank you.
The basis of dance is an attempt to be true to the environment at each moment, and thereby to let the environment manifest itself in the body as presence, physicality, and movement.
I want to know amongst all of you, how many of you can stand up here and in exactly those many seconds at that pitch and that chord sing the national anthem word for word. I can't. Any hands? None. So what are we talking about? We're talking about people here, 13, 14, 15, 16 years of age, motivated, want to change the country, change the world, change the leadership, change corruption, change education. Can't sing our national anthem. Can't sing our national anthem. What is the point I'm trying to make? The point I'm trying to make is that you have to be in your mission, whatever you are, a beggar in everything, but you got to be a king in your mission. Muhammad Ali fought 61 boxing matches in his entire career. He lost only 8 matches in his whole career. In the first 17 matches, he declared in which round he's going to win. So when he was asked, he said, I am the world champion. I don't just knock them out, I pick my own round. So that's what you want to be. That's what you got to be. I repeat that. You cannot write this in your diary. You cannot put a label here and say, I'm a leader, I'm going to change the world. You got to be there. You got to fight. You got to box. You got to decide. You got to win. And you got to pick your round. That's what you have to do. All right?
In your group, you have to select one word which you like, maybe sweet or maybe happy or sorrow or joy or anything you feel like.
What are the other leadership challenges that you faced? Did you?
Something
here was challenge.
Some parents who never studied and were working, it was so difficult to try and make them see why their children should study.
Would you also be calling it influencing people?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so how many people have this issue of influencing people? Hands up in the air. 14 people had a problem with influencing people. The leader has to start a rhythm. So suppose the rhythm is... The rest of the group follows the leader. The observers have to say who the leader is.
Respected chairperson, esteemed members of the jury, worthy teachers and all my fellow speakers, a very good morning to all of you. I am Ridhima Gusai of Himjyoti School speaking for the motion.
Today I am here to oppose the motion that social networking is a toxic influence. Yes, social networking has its negatives, its wrongdoings. But the word toxic I feel is too harsh a word to describe something that is wrong.
Youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Social media is corrupting today's youth, particularly the youth.
People never left homes and their villages to go for work. The first people who left the village, they said, oh, you cross Kala Panis, something will happen to you. But the world changed.
Though we believe that it has gotten out of control, it hasn't. We can still control what we do. We might not be able to control what the other person can.
What is the use of sharing our personal information with a faceless stranger sitting there? Won't it be good to share your feelings, everything, your emotions, the person sitting next to you will be there with you each and every moment.
because now we're left to our imagination to see what it is.
I think you chose the characters well, even though you shot it sort of spontaneously. Yes, the tree shot was very, very memorable.
I'd like to mention the point where those 4 boys jumped down from the tree and started fighting in front of that water tanker was because they wanted to stop the water tanker so that all the children there could actually steal water from the tanker.
My name is Diksha Duggal and I am from Government Girls School, Punjab, District Patiala. Actually, this occasion is very inspirational to us. It encourages us a lot. First of all, enjoy the debate competition, then I went to Real and Real. And it's very inspirational and it encourages me a lot.
My name is Ishwandi of Yanch Fire Secondary School and I'm from Bhutan. The program, it was organized really well. It was really exciting. I really enjoyed it a lot.
I'm Sarla and I'm from Yangchenfu. I'm having an awesome time. We have a 2 days program filled with excitement, lots of program just waiting what's going to happen next, what program they have kept for us. And I'm going to take back a lot of information and a lot to learn from here.
इंडिया वॉन्ट्स एन आंसर। भारत को जवाब चाहिए। आज के युवा साइज 0 क्यों नहीं है?
क्यों नहीं है? क्यों नहीं है?
आज हमारे साथ स्टूडियो में है करीना कपूर। करीना, आप ही बताइए।
मुझे लगता है कि
चुप करीना, दर्शक आप बताइए।
कौन मैं?
हाँ मोना तुम। आप साइज 0 क्यों नहीं है? भारत को जवाब चाहिए।
प्याज मंगा है तुम्हीं से।
नाज़
करो। है सब्जियों का बादशाह प्याज।
Good evening, honorable judges and invited guests and my dear fellows. Today I am here to present my views on the topic leaders are made or born. And I strongly feel that leaders are born, they can never be made. I want to start with the famous quote, coming events cast their shadows before. It means if a person is to be a leader, then he will surely take birth with inequalities of a leader.
The first speaker of side opposition vehemently opposed the motion that leaders are born and not made. So basically on side opposition, we will be covering the following points. The first point being as to how exactly, even though a leader might have skills, it's honing them and developing them that actually makes them a leader. And the second point, which will be dealt with my second speaker, will be about how circumstances make a leader and not just because they are born with something.
A boy, bullied, pressurized, and disowned by his family. The only sin that he committed was that he loved another boy.
A girl, teased, called names, faced violence. The only sin she committed was that she felt like a boy.
An individual, still suffering from a surgery gone wrong because they were born intersex.
All these stories are very common for the members of the LGBTQI community. After years of watching people run away from hijras, use gay as an insult, and mock the entire queer community, we decided to take a stand.
That's when I, Safina Amin of class 10th,
And I, Sohini Chakrabarti of class 9,
decided to confront taboos and break barriers to launch Delhi's first LGBTQI rights awareness and sensitization campaign.
So LGBTQI stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, queer, and intersex.
The LGBTQI community faces a wide range of discrimination and problems ranging from bullying, harassment, rape, disownment, mental and physical violence, and most importantly, they do not even have full legal rights.
It is extremely disheartening to note the trauma undergone by the LGBTQI community nearly always starts at school level by both teachers and students. And our first stop, of course, was our sister school, Tagore International School, east of Kailash. We've already held workshops there for all teachers and senior students, and now a group of very enthusiastic 20 students have taken the responsibility to implementing all the other sustainable interventions there. And we're also in talks with 3 other schools in Delhi. We'll be launching in them next month.
By leading this project, which is very unusual, path-breaking, and difficult, we've been made leaders in the truest sense of the word, and we'd like to end the presentation by saying, "Pyar hua, ikrar hua, queer hua, to kya hua." Thank you for listening.
Shaping Tomorrow focused on children up to 13 years of age from the Katputli Nagar or the Puppet Maker slum in Jaipur.
The major slum population is unaware of the importance of education, and thus the literacy rate is quite low.
Our aim was to empower them economically and socially.
Half our population.
I repeat, half our population
has no other option, making India the world's leading hotspot for no toilets. But then, if it is so common, why do we make such a hoo-ha about it?
There are about 50 communicable diseases in 1 gram of poop. And if it isn't disposed of properly, if you don't wash your hands properly, they could be traveling with you. 600,000 children in India die of diarrhea every year, and this is the culprit. It is dangerous. Women get sexually assaulted out in the open. Girls stop going to school once they start menstruating because schools don't provide them with proper toilets, and it just gets too much to bear.
And this affects you too.
Let me first introduce to you all the guest for the morning, Mr. Dayan Krishnan. One of the reasons why I've invited him here is that he's a role model of what you children can aspire to be in your lives. He's a Supreme Court lawyer, a very senior lawyer. One of the recent cases that he took up and won was the case of the Nirbhaya. And for that, he did not take a single penny. And that is what is meant by saying that you can live your value system.
I see before me a hall packed with wonderfully talented children. But I just don't see a hall full of children. What I see before me is the future of modern India. Children, remember one thing, that to be honest and true to your values requires you to be fiercely independent. And this, coupled with being helpful, will make you true leaders. At every stage, your values will be tested. Many times it will be easy to remain steadfast and unwavering, but many a time you will be called to draw from your resources, to remain honest, to remain ethical. My dear friends, I will leave you with a wonderful quote from one of the greatest orators of this century, Jesse Jackson. And I believe that each of you will carry that away and remember that in difficult times. He said, "When the mind can achieve it and the heart can believe it, you know you can achieve it." Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
the moment that we've all been waiting for, the results of the Harmony Festival. We begin with the Magic with Colors competition, a competition in the creative arts. And in first place is Meghna Rajesh from the Delhi Public School, Shoshant Lok. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Meghna, please. The next competition is the Reel to Real competition, which was the competition in which children made motion pictures. And the winners of the Reel to Real competition are the Purukul Youth Development Society, represented by Deepak Kumar, Shashank Joshi, and Shashank Pudir. We now come to the debate competition, which was very aptly titled Sense, Reason, and Intellect. And the national winners are the Padma Sheshadri Bala Bhavan School, Chennai, represented by Anand S. and Sudarshan S. The Best Speaker Prize is shared by Sudhanshu Kant from the Delhi Public School, Jaipur, and Anand S. from the Padma Sheshadri Bala Bhavan, Nungambakam, Chennai. We now come to the Street Blenders category. The winning team for the Street Blenders competition is the Scottish High International School, represented by Ashwin Katyal, Siddhant Anand, Akul Grover, Shivang Singh, and Shaurya Kabu. And now for our Mind Games category. And the winning team of the Mind Games chess competition is once again the Padma Sheshadri Bala Bhavan School in Chennai. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Youth Leader Awards. The second runners-up of the Youth Leader competition are the Maharani Gayatri Devi School, Jaipur, represented by Mansi Parak and Simran Jain. The first runners-up of the Youth Leader competition are the Strawberry Field World School, Chandigarh, represented by Shreya Bali and Mrinalini Singha. And the Youth Leader 2013 are the Tagore International School. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Sohina Chakrabarti and Safina Amin, winners of Youth Leader 2013.
Well, this is a big moment because we will be looking at the School of the Year 2013. And that school for this year is Maharani Gayatri Devi, Jaipur. Come on up on stage. Well done and congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Ishwaran. Thank you, Mr. Krishnan. And thank you, audience, for making this event such a success with your wonderful presence.
This was an amazing opportunity provided to us by tGELF. I feel really encouraged by the support that tGELF has lended to us, and I would definitely continue with our project, and I hope that it goes on for many years to come.
I appreciate the fact that tGELF has given so much support to us that we chose a topic as taboo as LGBTQI rights and still win. So we really like the way they have been encouraging the entire youth to take up issues which are not so mainstream.
We are very thankful to tGELF for providing us this opportunity.
Thank you.
tGELF, leading the change.